Yo, what's up everyone? So this video, I want to keep this video short and sweet. You can consider this video as a follow-up of the previous one. We are going to talk about Razor Rush, which looks like this. Now, I wanted to mention a couple of things before we get into the details. This is probably the best move in Lay's repertoire, but and I emphasize here, do not abuse this move against advanced players because they know how to counter it and you will suffer if you abuse this. We shall talk about how to counter this specific move and things that come out of this move in later videos because that's more nuanced, but if you know how to place this move is rewarding as fuck. I learned how to use this move the hard way. I got wrecked a lot online, but let's get into it. So there are three things you need to keep in mind, and at least for the purpose of this video, we're going to talk about three things to keep in mind about this move. The start of the move, what happens during the move, and at the end of the move. So the start of the move, how to start doing this move is easy. You tap forward. So if you don't do anything and just tap forward, leg goes into this staggered forward move. I don't know what to call it, but he does this. If you tap forward neutral, he does this. And try pressing forward neutral and one. He goes into the first punch. So this is how to do the full Razor Rush move, and we can break it down later. So tap forward neutral and 1-2, 1-2. That's Razor Rush. Now that's the start of it, and that's about it. That is the start. That is how you start doing the Razor Rush move. Now the mid of the move, what is happening in the move is more interesting. So the first thing is each punch is delayable. So you can delay each punch, and you can do it at the punch you want to do it. So I can do too fast and too slow. I can do one slow and three fast, and this is actually enough to throw your opponent off if you're fighting. So in lower ranks, people who don't know the lay matchup, this is enough to fuck them up. You start, every move is a mid, so they cannot duck. Now, another thing I want to tell you about this move, if you remember the last video, we talked about stances. Each punch leads into a stance if you tap either the up or the down button. So after each punch, if you do a sidestep, that leads you to a stance. For example, this is what it looks like. So I can do this punch, the first punch, and press sidestep right and go into snake. And that is actually the concept, and you can extend this to each punch you do. So 1-2, you go into dragon, 1-2-3, you go into panther, and 1-2-3-4, oh sorry, 1-2-3-4, you go into tiger. So when you start learning how to do Razor Rush, first just do the full move and then try 1, 2 punches, 3 punches, 4 punches. And as you're doing this is going to do two things for you. The first thing is you will know what each stance looks like. This is dragon, this is tiger. You will get a better understanding of what each stance looks like, and it's just fun to do. So you can go left and choose which direction to go based on who's your opponent. So some characters moves track right, some characters moves track left, so choose wisely. But essentially that's Razor Rush. Now let's talk about the end. The end comes when you have finished the 4 punches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If at the end of your 4th punch you press 4 and then a sidestep, it looks like this. Sorry. And you go into crane. So this stance is missing. You cannot go into this stance as you're doing the 4 punches. You'll have to get to the end and press a sidestep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, sidestep. That gets you into crane. And then from here, if you remember the previous video, you can transition into other stances. Okay. Now, let's say you're playing someone, it's final round, and you're both down to the last pixel. What do? This is where the Razor Rush shines the best. You do a Razor Rush and you automatically put your opponent into a mix-up. Because if you just do the 4 punches and you press either 3 or 4, that's a low or a mid. This low, mid, and I mean obviously it's a 50-50. And oh, by the way, the low at the end is launch punishable. So it's -17. If you don't know what -17 means right now, we will talk about this as we go through the series. We'll talk about what frames mean, what frames are good for lay. Oh, by the way, this is season 4. Maybe I did not mention this in the first video, but this is season 4. So all the frame data that you see is season 4 frame data. It's relevant to season 4 and going forward. But yeah, that's Razor Rush. That's, in my opinion, the best move lay has. The mid is -9, which is, it's not launch punishable. It's actually not even jab punishable, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, that's Razor Rush. In the coming videos, I'm trying to make these videos as fast as I can. It's actually fun making them. Let me know what you think about this series, what you think about lay, whatever, what you think about world politics, for example. I don't know. Until next time, see ya.